September 11, 2025. Yu Menglong, one of China's brightest young actors, falls to his death from a building in Beijing. Official reports call it an accident. But leaked footage, audio recordings, and eyewitness testimony suggest something far darker. Within days, Menglong'S Media, the parent company of Yu's agency, loses over $2.1 billion, sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Tonight, we investigate what really happened to Yu Menglong. Was it a tragic accident, or a meticulously orchestrated act of violence and corporate cover-up? By the end of this video, you will see the evidence, hear the hidden voices, and witness the fallout that shook the nation. Stay with us. What follows is disturbing, suspenseful, and entirely investigative. Yu Menglong was born in Uremi in 1988. He began his career in singing competitions before breaking into acting, starring in hits like Go Princess Go and Eternal Love. By 2025, he had millions of fans, a reputation as a dedicated artist, and a rising career that seemed unstoppable. But behind the public persona, whispers of pressure, exploitation, and threats had circulated among insiders for years. On the morning of September 11, 2025, his life ended abruptly. The official narrative claims he fell from his apartment building, alcohol involved, no foul play. His mother's statement read, "My beloved son fell from a building after consuming alcohol. The police have informed me of the investigation and the funeral is completed." The authorities closed the investigation quickly, labeling it a tragic accident. Yet, within hours, fans and independent investigators began noticing discrepancies. Eyewitness accounts, CCTV footage, leaked audio, and physical evidence did not align with the simple story of an accidental fall. According to one passerby, a figure was seen loitering near the apartment at 5:50 a.m., moments before Yu fell. CCTV footage shows a shadowy individual leaving the building, screen partially obscured, just minutes before the incident. Leaked audio recordings, which have circulated widely online, are chilling. They contain indistinct voices shouting, "Cut open his stomach, retrieve it, he won't die," alongside faint, distressed responses. Audio experts have suggested these recordings are consistent with the timing of Yu's last hours, though their origin remains officially unverified. Photos and videos emerging from that period reveal disturbing physical evidence. In footage from the day before his death, Yu is seen with a pronounced bruise near his left eye. Bandages are visible around his abdomen, suggesting prior injury or medical intervention. Observers noted that his movements seemed restricted, his posture defensive, and his interactions unusually tense. For fans analyzing these visuals frame by frame, it was clear that something was gravely wrong. The corporate fallout from Yu's death was immediate. Menglong'S Media, the parent company of his agency Yu Media, saw its stock value plummet. Data from the market shows, October 9, 2025, a 6.68% drop, October 10, 2025, another 5.12% drop, culminating in over 15.4 billion yen RMB lost, approximately $2.1 billion USD. Executives resigned, public statements were vague, and investors scrambled to assess hidden liabilities. Financial analysts linked the stock crash not only to the sudden loss of talent but to fears of lawsuits, corporate mismanagement, and internal corruption exposed by Yu's death. Industry insiders spoke off the record, painting a bleak picture. The fall of Yu Menglong exposed vulnerabilities. Everyone in the company knew there were risks, but nobody expected it to hit the market like this. The panic spread fast, shareholders lost confidence instantly. Yu's death is not an isolated incident in Yu Media's history. Investigative research reveals multiple artists under their management who either died suddenly or disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Tan Beishi, in 2006, fell from a building. Shong Yubo, in 2011, reportedly committed suicide. Bien Ce, in 2015, died under unexplained circumstances, and Ren Jiao, in 2017, vanished for months. Common threads emerge: extreme public pressure, corporate silence, and lack of accountability. Former employees, speaking under condition of anonymity, suggested that Yu maintained a culture where dissent was punished harshly and talent was considered expendable. Fans immediately mobilized
I always remember because you were by my side and I left with no place to hide.
Gathered hundreds of thousands of signatures, demanding an independent inquiry. The public pressure forced regulators to investigate Mango Media, leading to resignations, internal audits, and unprecedented scrutiny in China's entertainment sector. Piecing together leaked material, eyewitness testimony, and financial data, a chilling narrative forms. Yu Menglong, according to multiple sources, was under pressure to comply with undisclosed demands. He resisted. Physical coercion may have occurred, possibly including the extraction of sensitive information or materials, like USB drives or contracts. His death may have been staged or facilitated to prevent exposure. The corporate meltdown that followed reflects the market realizing both the human and structural damage. Leaked audio files, when synchronized with eyewitness accounts and CCTV timestamps, suggest the following sequence. In the hours before his death, Yu was restrained or threatened. One recording reportedly contains faint cries, with voices shouting orders. Bandages on his abdomen suggest prior injuries consistent with coercion. A passerby reports an unknown individual leaving the building minutes before Yu fell. Taken together, the timeline raises serious questions about whether this was a simple accident or a calculated act of violence. The impact on Menglong's media was catastrophic. The sudden loss of their star talent, combined with investor fears over hidden liabilities, drove billions off the company's market capitalization. Executives resigned abruptly, and internal memos hint at panic over contracts, potential lawsuits, and reputational damage. Industry analysts noted that the crash represents a systemic warning. The entertainment industry, despite its glamour, is extremely fragile when key talent is compromised. Former employees describe a corporate environment dominated by secrecy and control, where artists were assets to be managed rather than individuals. The system protects itself, one whistleblower said. Talent is expendable, and anyone who resists faces consequences. Yu Menglong's death exposed the cost of stepping out of line. The fan community became amateur investigators, analyzing footage, audio leaks, and public statements. They identified inconsistencies in police reports, questioned the speed of the investigation, and drew attention to the pattern of mysterious deaths in the industry. Public outcry forced some media outlets to report on previously ignored irregularities, increasing scrutiny of Mango Media and the broader industry. Visual evidence shows bruising on Yu's face, bandages on his abdomen, and defensive body language in the final days. Audio files, while unverified officially, include commands to cut open and retrieve, suggesting coercion. The combination of these elements paints a picture far more complex than the official narrative. Investigators, fans, and analysts point to a troubling systemic issue: the intersection of corporate power, fame, and silence. Yu Menglong's case demonstrates how pressure, threats, and exploitation can escalate into tragedy, with far-reaching consequences for both the individual and the company. The term face carved by evil resonates not just as physical harm, but as a metaphor for systemic abuse and corporate negligence. The public debate continues: was Yu's death an accident, or orchestrated? The financial impact, leaked evidence, and eyewitness testimony suggest the possibility of deliberate action masked as tragedy. For viewers, this story is more than celebrity news. It is a cautionary tale about power, accountability, and the hidden costs of silence. Yu Menglong's death reveals both the fragility of individual lives under corporate pressure and the devastating ripple effects on a multi-billion-dollar company. As of now, investigations remain open, and public scrutiny continues to mount. Menglong's media has pledged cooperation, yet many questions remain unanswered. Fans worldwide keep the story alive, dissecting footage, tracking financial reports, and demanding justice. Yu Menglong's life was cut tragically short. His death exposed corporate malpractice, industry secrecy, and a chilling pattern of coercion within entertainment management. The financial collapse of Mango Media, the whispers of abuse, and the leaked recordings collectively tell a story that is far more complex and sinister than a simple accident. What do you believe happened? Was Yu's death an accident or orchestrated? Should regulatory bodies impose stricter oversight on the entertainment industry? Yu Menglong may be gone, but his death continues to expose systemic failures and corporate vulnerabilities that cannot be ignored. This is not just a celebrity tragedy, it is an ongoing investigation into power, greed, and the human cost of silence. The morning of September 11, 2025, started like any other in Beijing's Chaoyang district. But by 6:02 a.m., the world would be forever changed. Yu Menglong, a beloved actor and singer, was found dead outside his apartment building. Authorities quickly ruled it an accidental fall, citing alcohol consumption as a contributing factor. His mother's public statement confirmed the official narrative, but investigators, fans, and industry insiders immediately sensed discrepancies that couldn't be ignored. CCTV footage from the streets surrounding his apartment shows a shadowy figure exiting the building just minutes before the fall. The footage is grainy, but forensic video analysts noticed unusual movements, hurried steps, a hand clutching what appears to be a small object, possibly a USB drive. This mysterious presence adds a layer of unease. Was someone there to intervene, or worse? Leaked audio recordings, shared anonymously online, intensify the suspicions. In these clips, faint but unmistakable voices can be heard shouting, "Cut open his stomach, get it now, he won't die." A man's distressed voice responds faintly, almost inaudibly. While the origin of these recordings has not been officially verified, experts analyzing the files confirmed that the timestamps align with Yu Menglong's last known hours. The implication is chilling. Yu may have been subjected to coercion or violence shortly before his death. Fans and amateur investigators were quick to scrutinize images and footage of Yu in the days leading up to his death. In one airport video, Yu wears a black hoodie, but careful frame-by-frame analysis reveals a dark bruise near his left eye, partially obscured by his hair. Bandages are also visible around his abdomen, suggesting he may have been injured prior to his fatal fall. Experts note that the location of these injuries is consistent with restraint or targeted assault rather than accidental mishaps. This, coupled with the audio leaks, paints a disturbing picture, one that contrasts sharply with the official narrative. Yu Menglong's death is not an isolated incident. Investigative research into Tianyu Media, the agency representing Yu and owned by Mango Excellent Media, reveals a troubling history. Over the past 2 decades, multiple artists associated with the agency either died suddenly or vanished under mysterious circumstances. Tan Beishi, 2006, fell from a building, officially deemed an accident. Shong Yubo, 2011, reportedly committed suicide under unexplained circumstances. Bian Ce, 2015, sudden death, cause never fully disclosed. Ren Jiao, 2017, disappeared for months, re-emerged with minimal explanation. Former employees, speaking on condition of anonymity, described a corporate culture steeped in secrecy and compliance. Any artist refusing orders, challenging management, or possessing sensitive information could face severe consequences. One insider stated, "The system protects itself. Talent is expendable." Yu Menglong's death revealed what happens when someone steps out of line. This insight reframes Yu's death not as a mere accident, but potentially as part of a recurring pattern of coercion and suppression within the agency. Within days, the market reacted violently. Mango Excellent Media experienced unprecedented stock fluctuations. On October 9, 2025, the company lost 6.68% of its market value. By October 10, another 5.12% drop occurred, wiping out over 15.4 billion yen RMB, $2.1 billion USD. The loss wasn't just financial. Senior executives resigned under mysterious circumstances, while internal communications leaked to select media outlets painted a chaotic picture of fear and mismanagement. Analysts suggested that investors reacted not only to the sudden loss of a key talent but also to the realization that corporate secrets, contracts, undisclosed liabilities, and internal misconduct might soon surface. Industry experts noted that such a dramatic market reaction, triggered by the death of a single actor, is rare and indicative of deeper vulnerabilities. Mango's internal culture, as revealed through leaks, showed that the company's high-flying reputation masked systemic risks and ethical failures. As official narratives failed to satisfy the public, fans took matters into their own hands. Across social media platforms, hashtags demanding transparency went viral. Fans analyzed every available video, audio clip, and photograph, piecing together timelines and comparing injuries. In one video, Yu is filmed attending a private gathering. Observers notice his cautious movements, seemingly tense demeanor, and an attempt to hide his left side. Another clip shows him in conversation, flinching when someone gestures near him, indicating heightened alertness or fear. Online communities debated the authenticity of leaked audio, sharing synchronized analyses and speculating about the involvement of unknown individuals. This grassroots investigation created immense pressure on authorities and the corporate sector, forcing regulators to scrutinize Mango Media's operations and prompting further resignations within the company. Imagine the hours before Yu Menglong's death. Inside his apartment, whispers echo. Friends and associates are nearby, unaware or unwilling to intervene. Footsteps approach the bedroom, voices raise, and faint commands are heard. Bandages are applied, possibly to conceal injuries. A USB drive or sensitive material becomes the focal point of a sinister exchange. Outside, shadows move near the building. CCTV captures hurried movements. The fall occurs. The official story labels it an accident. The hidden narrative suggests coercion, fear, and possibly premeditated violence. For viewers, this reconstruction is not only suspenseful, it is a visual and emotional anchor for engagement. Using dramatized visuals, reconstructions, and on-screen evidence, your audience can experience the gravity of the situation as if they are part of the investigation. Beyond corporate losses and market fluctuations, Yu Menglong's death inflicted a profound human toll. Millions of fans mourned, sharing tributes and demanding answers. Online memorials gathered thousands of messages daily, while fan-led campaigns highlighted the emotional and psychological impact of systemic abuse in the entertainment industry. Psychologists analyzing fan behavior note that the community's mobilization reflects both grief and outrage, a desire for justice and transparency in an environment where both are often elusive. This grounds the story in real human stakes, emphasizing why the investigation matters beyond corporate fallout. Piecing together all available evidence, CCTV footage, audio recordings, eyewitness accounts, physical injuries, and corporate documents, a chilling possibility emerges. 1. Yu Menglong may have been pressured or threatened regarding sensitive materials or actions. 2. He resisted, resulting in coercion or physical confrontation. 3. The fatal fall may have been orchestrated or facilitated to prevent exposure. 4. Mango Media's billion-dollar stock loss reflects the market's recognition of both ethical and structural failures. While some elements remain unverified, the accumulation of anomalies points to a deeper, systemic problem that extends beyond a single actor's death. Mango Media, like many entertainment conglomerates, presented a glamorous image to the public. Behind the scenes, however, former employees describe a culture of control, fear, and secrecy. Decisions were often made top-down, with little regard for artist welfare. Whistleblowers suggest that maintaining corporate reputation was prioritized over ethical responsibility, creating conditions where abuse could occur with impunity. This context is critical for understanding why Yu Menglong's death had such dramatic repercussions. It wasn't just an isolated incident, it was a symptom of systemic failure. For viewers, this story is more than celebrity news, it is a real investigation into power, coercion, and accountability. Do you believe Yu Menglong's death was accidental or orchestrated? Should entertainment companies be subject to stricter oversight to prevent such tragedies? Yu Menglong's life ended tragically, but his death exposed hidden fractures in the entertainment industry. The bruises, bandages, leaked audio, and CCTV anomalies suggest a reality more complex than the official narrative. The corporate fallout at Mango Media demonstrates the financial and reputational consequences of systemic negligence. This story is a warning. When talent is treated as expendable and transparency is absent, tragedy is inevitable. Yu Menglong's face carved by evil is both literal and symbolic, a reminder of the human cost of corporate secrecy and coercion. For viewers, the takeaway is clear: analyze, question, and demand accountability. Yu Menglong's story is a lens through which we can examine broader societal and corporate failures. If you found this investigation revealing, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell us in the comments. What do you think really happened to Yu Menglong? Do you believe the official explanation or the evidence pointing to foul play? How should the entertainment industry protect artists from coercion and abuse? Drop your thoughts below, we want to hear from you, and together, we can keep investigating the truth behind this shocking case.